My name is Saied Elmoaty. I am a Muslim and a researcher in Quranic studies since 1967. I am the author of several books including examining what the Hadith says about circumcision. I address this speech to support my colleagues in the West who are trying to pass legislation to stop male infant and child circumcision in their countries. I ask you to continue your efforts and not to surrender to the pressure of Muslims in your countries who want to practice what they think to be their religious rituals on the bodies of other people. I am aware that some followers of Judaism preceded me in supporting these efforts and in stating that such legislation does not pose any injustice to their religious rights. I find it sad and strange that many people stand against such legislation and try to justify their stand with arguments in the name of Islam and Judaism. We pursue such legislation in order to stop the bleeding of innocent children, to prevent them from losing some of what they were given, and to ensure that they can keep their perfect bodies and organs. It's important that we support each other's various efforts to pass such legislation. When one of these efforts is successful, it makes it easier for others around the world in their efforts to pass similar laws to prevent this sadistic, hateful phenomenon in our societies. This is a duty of every person who considers themselves human. As humans, we have a responsibility to protect children's bodies from any assaults that happen under any label. I speak on behalf of thousands of Muslims who insist that their sacred book, the Holy Quran, has banned circumcision in many verses. In a statement or rule that opposes circumcision is not really limiting religious freedom. On the contrary, it protects the autonomy and safety of our children. Anything that includes any harm or assault to another human being is not to be taken as either freedom or religious diversity, and leaving it open would be a legal loophole. Legislation that bans this assault does not threaten Islam. Many Muslims support this stand. You, our colleagues in the West, have put forth great efforts, and we recognize it. You have shown the negative results of circumcision, refuted justifications given for circumcision, revealed the real face of the fake studies, and identified what is lost as a result of this attack on children's bodies. And to all the politicians in the office in the West, I am saying, to a high degree, we like Western justice and human rights. Don't be deceived by any pro-circumcision arguments, and instead stand for human rights and support the attempts of anti-circumcision legislation in your countries. Also, we are calling on you to create additional legislation that protects your country's infants and children from being taken to other countries to be circumcised, a practice known as circumcision tourism. With all my appreciation and respect,